Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Guys on Sports.
Two guys.
Week 11 is in the books.
One sport.
We move on to week 12. We're here to talk all about it. Today, we're going to give you wiretap, and I'm going back to the outline in the show because I think it's needed. We're going to give you some waiver ads. We got Smash or Pass this week, Fantasy Primetime, and Single-Digit Saloons coming up. We'll recap how we did last week. With that being said, Mark, how was your week, bud?
Not too shabby. What I've been doing is getting so disappointed by like 3:30, 3:45, watching the Bears games.
Yeah.
That I've been occupying myself in the garage, cleaning up and doing some projects for the late games, and not really giving a care in the world.
That's good. I mean, it's when your team makes you productive, that's something you can be thankful for.
Yeah, you really can be thankful for it. And now that we are 4-6. And firmly at the back of the bus.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that I probably watch even less of the games going forward and probably get a lot more stuff done.
That is something to be thankful for, and especially this week, going into the week of Thanksgiving, it's the perfect season.
Yeah.
I will say you're going to probably be pretty unthankful to get to watch the Bears get smoked on Thanksgiving Day by the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun. It's definitely it's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be fun. I'm going to eat a lot of turkey that day.
Yeah, listen, on the upside, I'm used to the last few years watching the Giants lose to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. At least this year, we'll have the matchup of Cooper Rush and Tommy DeVito to look forward to. Yeah. So we got a little, have the family back at the table. It's nice to have Tommy back. With that in the rearview mirror, we're not going to give a shout out because we're not doing that anymore. We're going to move on to wiretap. All right, wiretap. Mark, we're going to pick out basically our favorite wire ad this week.
Yeah.
And we could, I don't know if you have one that you don't think is very valuable, which we usually do. Do you want to do that? Because we forgot to talk about that.
I don't have a least valuable wiretap. I probably could. I could make one up, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do that first?
I could take that out.
Oh, let's do that.
What?
You got one?
Yeah, I got one. You go first, though.
Kevontae Turpin.
Kevontae Turpin is a good one.
I don't think you need to add him. He's definitely your boom or bust. We're in crunch time here. It's the end of the season. We need some guys that are going to get solid targets. I just don't think Kevontae Turpin is A, going to get them, and B, he's got Cooper Rush throwing him the ball. Dallas is getting spanked every which way they turn. I don't think Kevontae Turpin is even worth a speculative ad. You're trying to make these last couple of weeks work for you and your playoff push. Don't be left out of the playoffs because you tried the hero move of Kevontae Turpin.
I like that, and I'm going to point out a guy I think one of you guys highlighted last week on the other end of the spectrum here. Aldrick Estime, I'm going to say leave him alone. That's just my personal thing. I watched a lot of that Denver game.
Javonte looks good.
Yeah, Javonte looks good, and as good as Esteem, I don't know how to say his name, Estime, looked last week.
Time.
They didn't feel the need to go back to him this week. And I got to be honest with you. We talked about Bo Nix in the preseason. Not everybody on the panel was on Bo Nix, but I was. I like Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix a lot. And guess what? They like Bo Nix. And I think they're going to keep – we've seen a trend here now. That was his coming out party. But even the 2-3 games before that, he was building chemistry with Cortland Sutton, who we've liked. And it just looks like they've kind of become more of a Sean Payton offense. They're going to run the ball, but they have their bell cow. I don't see a lot of work in the future for Estime.
You hit the nail on the head. Bonix is a cult phenomenon. Bonix is all over the place. Nobody thought Bonix was going to be the guy.
Yeah.
Bonix is the guy.
Are you a believer? A believer?
Oh, my God. How can you not believe in this guy?
No, believe.
A believer? Yeah. I'm a believer in Bonix for sure. And to your point, Esteem or
Estime.
Audric Estime is definitely, that was a Rocky. That had to have been a Rocky thing. He seems like a Rocky guy.
He does. Rocky likes like third string running backs.
He does. He likes to be the one that says, "I called them out."
Well, he calls. Here's the thing. He calls them all out, so eventually one of them will be right. Yeah.
That's what I love when he does that in our 16 team D-Gen league, right? As you can imagine, roster depth is deep. You know, and Rocky, you know, he's always like, I find the deep dives. Yeah, I mean, anybody can read the rounds 5 through 7 in the NFL draft and just pick the position guys.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe one of them hit, but it's not time to be taken off the waiver wire. I agree with you.
Alrighty, so moving on to your favorite waiver ad this week. Who do you got?
So I don't know if you're like me, but I like to do a lot of research, and I did a lot of research on this guy. Right?
I know you do.
Yeah, he's in Nolans, you know, and I know Nolans is struggling. Chris Olave, they're still tinkering with the idea of him being out for the season, I believe. Kamara, Taysom Hill looked absolutely incredible. Taysom Hill's definitely not on the waiver wire. But we're going to go with an old fan favorite, Mr. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
That's a MVS.
That's MVS, baby. Ex-Packer, ex-Chief. Probably was on a couple other practice squads at some point in his career.
He'll be a Chief again.
He probably might be a Chief again. But, you know, his target share is not huge. But what's eye-popping is what he's doing with his targets, right? Yes. 2 weeks ago, 3 targets. Turned those into 3 receptions for 2 tutties and a $109.
Yes.
I mean, he is maximizing his target share.
He reminds me of a guy that used to play in that stadium.
Yeah.
Ted Ginn Jr., who had the same type of role.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not far off there. And last week, you have 4 targets, right? So 1 additional target. That week before, bought him an extra target. The unreliable Derek Carr only got the ball into his hands twice out of those 4 targets. But again, talk about maximizing yardage. 87 yards and another tutty. He's gone for 26 and 19 respectively in the last 2 weeks. And I think he is worth a speculative ad, especially with the playoffs coming up and these last couple of bye weeks hitting you right in your playoff feels. MVS might be the guy that you want to put in there.
He is the quintessential boomer bust guy. Yeah, you're not going to plug this guy in counting on a huge floor. But when you're hitting like one of my leagues, bye weeks, my whole bench was on the bye week.
That's me this week.
Those are those weeks where you want a guy you could plug in at the flex. Like, yeah, he might bust and get you 5 points. But the upside, they're taking 4 shots with him. You feel good about hitting one of those. And if you hit one, your day is made at your flex position. So I like to add there with MVS.
He feels like a safer ad than other boomer bust guys like Kadarius Toney and guys of that nature.
Is a wish.
Yeah, that's definitely you make a wish.
Yeah. All right. So
chances are you're not coming out on the other side of that alive.
That's a scary wish. Okay, so I'm going to go to our favorite position, tight end, and I'm going to talk about a guy who's been mentioned a bunch on the show this year for some reason, both negatively and positively, but I'm going to highlight Will Dissly. Will Dissly coming off his best game of the year, but there's some more proof in that pudding dating back to week 6 after their bye.
Yep.
The Chargers, number 1, looked like, hey, I think they remembered they got a quarterback. Probably has something to do with his ankle being healthy, but they have a quarterback. They have a quarterback that could throw it he's on par with all the guys in AFC. I was thinking that watching them play this week. But
he really is. Skill set wise, he is 100%.
And he's making those guys look good. But Will Dissly, back to the point. Since week 6, coming off of that bye, 38 targets, 28 catches. The only knock on him has been, yes, they love to run the ball in the red zone, so he hasn't gotten the end zone targets, but he got one this week. I wouldn't be surprised if he sprinkles in a couple more before the season's up, and he's getting the targets here. 38 targets since week 6 is nothing to laugh at, and cashing in on 28 of those, that's a pretty high percentage. I like Will Dissly. He's just sitting on the waiver wire.
What you talking about, Dissly? Get him on your team.
Get him on your team. All right, so that is Wiretap, and we're going to move quickly right into Smash Your Pack.
Smash
All right, smash or pass?
Smash all passer.
Smash or pass. All right, so smash or pass. This is our mid-season smash or pass. Now, we did one last week, but we were on the Zoom machine, so we wanted to do one in person. I did change up some of the questions. I wanted to catch you off guard. I don't want to, have you.
No, that's totally fine. I think we had to redo last week's because Rocky did not follow directions at all.
He doesn't follow directions on smash or pass.
I love how he breaks down all of his picks immediately. Doesn't wait till the end.
We'll both answer. So the way smash or pass goes, I will say a statement. We will smash or pass the statement. So it won't be a question. It'll be a statement, and we got to smash or pass it. And then we will explain if we want to. All right, so starting off, number one, I'm coming in hot. Patrick Mahomes is the best QB in the league this year.
Pass.
I think I'm going to pass too. Why are you passing?
I'm passing because I think there are a couple other guys that are really proving themselves worthy of that title this year. I think Josh Allen beat him this past week, albeit a team game. Josh Allen is a really, really good quarterback. I think that when you're talking about managing games right now, and I'm not saying Russell Wilson is better than Patrick Mahomes, but Russell Wilson looks like an absolute game manager right now. Lamar's got all the talent in the world. I don't know. Joe Burrow is playing out of his mind right now. Especially from a fantasy perspective, Patrick Mahomes is definitely not the best fantasy quarterback in the league by far. And I'll tell you what, skill set wise, man, he's got a couple other guys in his division this year that they've got phenomenal skill sets, man. Air Bear and Bonix they're legitimate quarterbacks, man. I don't know that Kansas City's immediate future is going to be as easy paving their road to the Super Bowl.
No, and that's why last week's Smash or Pass I asked, are the Chargers the biggest threat? I think they're a threat to them this season. I don't think it's just going forward. But that aside, I pass because there's going to be guys that are like, oh, man, you crazy. Mahomes, he's the best. Yeah, okay. His history, the back of his card, he's the best, right? Got that. But this season, Josh Allen is being criminally underrated in Buffalo.
Yep.
This guy looks like he's on. And hey, the interceptions have went away. Lamar Jackson looks incredible. Herbert looks really good. Yeah. I mean, there's guys that you're only arguing because he's Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
I think for this year, in a vacuum, Patrick Mahomes is not the best quarterback in the league, and definitely, I mean, obviously not the AFC to me. I do think Joe Burrow's outplayed him. He's just on a terrible team with a terrible defense, terrible organization. Sorry, Bengals fans. But, yeah, that was long-winded, but I think that was a big one. So we'll move on to the next. Jets. The New York Jets are the biggest flop in recent NFL history.
Smash.
I'm going to smash, even though I want to pass because I want to give it to the Eagles, the Dream Team Eagles. But, you know what? I'll run with it. The Jets, who fired Joe Douglas today, sayonara. Man, for a team that was, I heard people making comparisons for this defense to the 85 Bears, 86, whatever it was. What team did you, what year? That was so long ago. 85 Bears, that defense. And, these guys, they got to make the championship game. It's them and the Chiefs. I mean, they are 3-8. They beat a Titans team that they only beat because Will Levis had to meme himself, right? And then what were their other two wins? The Patriots and I don't even remember. Oh, they had the quality win, I guess, against the Texans. But man, they look terrible, man.
They do look terrible. Much like Mike Tyson showing this past weekend. Aaron Rodgers looks the same, man. Aaron Rodgers may as well just go ass out in the locker room and have that meme posted about him because he's done, man. Put a fork in this guy.
And listen, they brought his Adam Sandler style, brought his whole friend group in for the movie. Devontae Adams, Ghost. Hassan Reddick, Ghost. All these names, Ghost. I don't think we've seen a failure like this in the NFL, really. Like, the closest was the Eagles' dream team, and that was spectacular. But I think you got to go to the NBA to start talking about how this is like the Lakers on the cover of the ESPN magazine with Nash and Kobe and all those to reach the depths of how bad this is. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, this feels like this is very 76er-esque. Being asked to trust the process.
Trust the process. It's been a bad process.
It's been a terrible
I'm sorry
process.
for Jets fans, but not really, because you guys can be
Total
jerk-offs.
jerks.
All right. Eagles are Super Bowl contenders.
Smash.
It sucks, right? It sucks.
Dude, it Jalen Hurts to even say that. Seriously.
Smash. I'm going to smash, but it's by default. Just because there's not a lot of quality in the NFC this year. I thought there was going to be.
Well, Detroit.
Well, Detroit. Well, I said they're content, but that's it.
The SB runs through Detroit.
That's the only team you feel good about, though.
It is. I think there's a couple others that can elevate come playoff time.
I think the 49ers are cooked.
I think the 49ers can put it together. I think Arizona might be able to put it together.
Arizona looks good.
They're looking like a juggernaut right now.
Yeah, they look good.
I think Green Bay could possibly put it together. You know, there's a couple squads though. I think.
Okay.
Oh, man, this is a shame. A healthy Tampa Bay man would have been fantastic.
Well, they're gonna get Mike Evans back this week. We'll talk about them later. They'll be in our fantasy primetime. Stick around for that. But let's go on the other side of the coin of that matchup this week. The Commanders are frauds.
That's a smash.
It's a smash, huh?
That's a smash.
I'm going to smash that too. And it's not out of hate. I think that, I think Jaden Daniels is good. I still would want him as my quarterback.
I think he's average.
Well, he's a rookie. I think he'll be better. Anyway, my quabble is with this roster. They overturned the majority of this roster. They're not super talented. I know they went out and made the trade for the defensive back. I think they're going to be good. They'll win their share of games. They're going to make the playoffs. But I think they're a first-round exit. I don't think they have the horses right now to get it out of that first round of the playoffs. And up until this week, I think people were, kind of dreaming a little bit.
Yeah. I think had they not made those two huge defensive trades last year, involving Montez Sweat and also Chase Young. Even though Chase Young he's been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Still,
he's in New Orleans.
Yeah, he's in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But you add them to to Jonathan Allen and the other guy they got there, Deron Payne. That's a formidable front four. Maybe that defense looks a little bit different. Maybe they're a little bit more stingy, adding the defensive back, and maybe the offense is just good enough that they can make some noise. But at this point, I think they're frauds. I think you're seeing what you're going to see out of a rookie in Jaden Daniels, and everybody overhyping him for the fast start. I mean, to get Terry McLaurin only 2 fantasy points this past weekend.
Well, we're going to talk about that later too, but I think they need more talent. They don't have a bunch of. They have Terry McLaurin, and then they have what? And that's an issue.
Their backfield is solid,
Their
man.
backfield
Brian
is,
Robinson, Austin Eckler.
A solid backfield plus a so-so tight end, a so-so second, third options at receiver. Good defenses are going to be able to scheme and take him away. So
absolutely,
I think they're going to have some growing pains here. All right, so we just talked about this. I know where you stand. 49. This is a little bit longer view. 49ers win. Why can't I talk? 49ers window has closed.
Pass.
I'm smashing. Why do you pass?
I pass because I think as CMC gets scripted more into the game, gets healthier, gets stronger, Debo gets stronger, Kittle gets stronger. They're all on the field together. Juwan Jennings looking great. Brock Purdy looks like a very, very good quarterback. And that defense gets a little bit healthier down the stretch. I think that the 49ers still have it. And if you're talking about into the future, next year you get Brandon Ayuk back, wanting to prove himself for the big deal that he just scored. And then, they're going to, Shanahan's going to bring in some defenders. I don't think McCaffrey's still only 28 years old. There's still a lot of gas left in the tank of all these guys. I don't think their window's closed. I think they got probably two more seasons where they can hope to get to the Super Bowl.
Obviously I pass. Smash. I think it's kind of run its course. I think what they were doing, I think they've been figured out a little bit. I think CMC is getting old. I think Debo, if he's not banged up now, but he will get banged up because he gets banged up. Kittle's banged up. Purdy, I think, is good. I like Purdy, but the defense doesn't look as fierce as it did.
No, it doesn't.
The offense doesn't look as innovative as it did. And maybe it does change with CMC going down the stretch, but they're in a fight for their lives right now. They already lost at home to Arizona, and I don't see where it gets a lot better going into next year. Now, I definitely could be wrong, but everybody's getting older. Debo was for years has been banged up. He's not a spring chicken. George Kittle's definitely going to lose a step sooner or later. I think their prime was this run they had going to the championship game. They haven't gotten it done, whether hook or by crook. Not their fault at all of those times, but yeah, I feel like they're going to see more years like this. I said this about the Bills too, and I've been proven wrong, so I definitely could be wrong. All right, Chargers are contenders this season.
I had to say yes, man. I had to say yes now. That team can move the ball. When you have guys like Will Dissly, Quentin Johnson, these guys showing up and balling out, I think you have to consider them legit contenders with the defense too. I think playing in that division, it's not the easiest division. You got to face Kansas City twice. You got Bonix in the rising Bronx looking pretty good. You got the only gimmies there are the Stash and the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think they're going to play well above 500 ball. I think I'm going to have to backpedal here a little bit. I think they do end up making the playoffs, and they're one of those teams that can scare you, man. Harbaugh knows what he's doing.
You're pulling a Rocky right now. So you smash, right? Okay.
Oh, I thought you asked me.
Yeah, no, remember we smash, then go.
Oh,
right.
Man, I did. I zoned out.
Rocky.
Dude, I blacked out.
You blacked out.
I told. All right. So I'll say, no, we did. We both said smash.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
All right, smash.
You already explained yourself.
So edit that first, and then you can.
No, we're gonna do it that way. All right. I also smash. Obviously, I said they make the playoffs last week, but man, I'll make mine a lot. I'll make it short, sweet. They have. The reason I like them to make the playoffs and like them to be contenders because they got a guy that knows how to coach a damn program and build it. And you know what they do? They lean on you. They beat you up in the running game. They're physical. The defense is flying around. They hit you. They make guys second guess themselves. How bad do they want to play? And then when all that is not working, they got a difference maker holding the ball every play. They have a guy that can make it happen on top of all of that. It's what he had in San Francisco. He's building the same makeup of that team here, except he's got a guy at quarterback that's a lot better than Alex Smith was. So I think they're going to be an issue. I think they could beat some teams in the playoffs this year. I would not be surprised at all as long as they stay healthy.
Be scurry for
all
sure.
right, so two more quick ones.
All right.
Let's try to be quick. Josh Allen will win MVP.
Pass,
although I think he should.
Yeah. It's going to be a very, very close race between he and Lamar.
I think that's the only reason I think he might get it because Lamar's gotten it twice. It feels like it might be his turn. They're 8-2, 9-2, right? Best record they've ever started with in Bills history. Mahomes off his game a little bit. Lamar coming off one.
Yeah.
Feels like the perfect time, so probably won't happen because I'm going to bet on it. All right. So last one. Doug Peterson should be fired.
Doug Peterson's in Jacksonville,
That's
right?
Yeah.
Smash.
Maybe it should be Doug Peterson will be fired. Smash. Yeah, I mean man, how bad can it get for a Jaguars fan who finally get their golden boy at quarterback? They bring
Jones?
in T-Law. They bring in the ex Super Bowl winning coach. Things are looking good. They're 8-3, and since then they've been an absolute dumpster fire, including and not limiting to backing up the truck for Trevor Lawrence, who has since looked like just an average quarterback.
I don't understand who convinced Shaka Khan down there in Jacksonville to back the truck up for Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence was an average quarterback before They ponied up and bagged him. Absolutely ridiculous.
We showed it on the show before. Him and Daniel Jones, who's now benched, career stats are very close.
Eerily similar.
Yes.
Eerily similar.
But that's just, that's media stuff, and
they both have that same dumb look on their face all the time, too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like they could either be playing quarterbacks subparly in the NFL or being an exquisite finger painter. That's the kind of face that they have on all the time.
They're good guys, though. All right.
I'm sure. They're probably sweethearts.
So that's Smash or Pass. Thank you for playing, Marcus. It was an absolute pleasure.
It was.
We're not going to waste any time. We're going to go right into Fantasy Prime Time. All right, Fantasy Prime Time. Hope you loved that little intro there. Did it myself. Not to pat myself on the back, but I will because nobody else will.
Doing a lot of it.
Doing a lot of it.
It's because none of us watch it.
None of us watching. Yeah. Fantasy Prime Time. Fantasy Prime Time. We're going to pick 3 games that we want to highlight for fantasy matchups or just interesting storylines with fantasy. We're each going to make a few picks. Usually we do 2, but since there's only 2 of us here, we'll do 3 each. We'll pick the games, and you guys can follow and see who has the winning team. We're going to start in the land of where do they play? They play in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
The
Los
Rams.
Angeles.
Talking about the Eagles at the Rams. Hurts at Stafford. We're not picking any quarterbacks in this exercise. Skill players only. Defense, if you want to get cute. I'll let you make the first pick in this one. Go for it.
This one, we got Philly. We got the Rams.
That's right. That's what we said.
I gotta go Puka Nacua. I can't foresee taking anybody over Nacua in this game.
This is perfect.
Including your guy that you guys didn't back up the truck for.
We didn't.
I'm taking Puka.
I still stand by. I stand by not signing him this year. Should have signed him the year before. Didn't, but this year was the right move. But wow, I'm surprised you went there.
I'm not, because I know ball.
No, well, I know ball. We'll talk about Nacua later. But so Nacua, it's easy. I'm going Saquon Barkley.
All right. And
Who's
obviously,
playing absolutely out of his mind. I hate him. I hate his guts.
He is playing out of his mind. I think he has probably some motivation to play the way he is. I don't really know. Joe Schoen
Shane
can eat a penis because he should have definitely.
That's not nice.
He should have
He has a
definitely.
family.
He should have definitely
The man has a family.
bagged up.
No, not
If Shaka
this,
Khan can
not
pay
this
T
year.
Law,
Not this
Shane
year.
can pay Barkley.
Not this year.
All right, so now for me, where do I go? I don't like Kyron Williams against this defense. I go one of 2 ways. Do I want to double dip here and go Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, do
get
double
the
dip.
old double scoop.
Do double dip.
Or do I want to go AJ Brown against that Rams secondary? Give me AJ Brown. Give me a difference maker on both sides of the ball. I already got Nacua. Give me Nacua and Brown. I'll take the 2 best wide receivers in this game on the same team.
Nacua and Brown, you say,
Nacua and Brown.
Nacua and Brown, you say, Yeah, listen, I'm going to have to go with the other running back. I mean, even though it is a tough matchup, I'm taking Kyron Williams. I mean, how can you go wrong? He's going to get the volume. We'll see if he can make do with it. Hopefully he falls in the end zone and gives me a decent day.
Oh, we got the old running back versus wide receiver matchup going on.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah, man. Man, this next one, where did you pull this from? What a crappy slate
Well,
of
we
games.
got to make one more.
It's only 2 rounds.
No, it's 3. I literally said it before because there's only 2 of us.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I get to come back and put another. Oh, my God. So you're going to give me Cooper Kupp still.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take him. Take Nacua and Kupp and then A.J. Brown. I don't think, who's the third running back you want to take here? You going to take Kenneth Gainwell?
No,
you want?
I mean, I thought about
You want
it.
Blake Corum? Yeah.
He's not getting the touches his daddy needs.
You want Colby Parkinson's?
No, I'm going to go with
The only other
give me
person you
Dallas
can.
Goddard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Devonta left on the bench.
Devonta is failing me quite a bit in my leagues. I don't know what's going on.
That seemed like a spite pick. I felt it.
He just it's not that.
It's what? Maybe that Jalen Hurts sucks?
There's that. Yeah, I think
can't get him the ball because
he can't.
Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback?
He is a running quarterback. Jaden Daniels is better. All right. So from Philly and the Rams,
Daniel
we're
Jones
moving
is
on
better.
to we're moving on to Tampa Bay at the New York Giants, and you say, "Oh, what is it?" I think there's a lot of intrigue here because we have Mike Evans coming back. How does that affect Cade Otton in this game? How does that affect the pass catchers out of the backfield? Are we going to see a big shift there? Are you still firing these guys up? With the Giants, you got the veto coming in. Does that make things better? Make things worse? I don't know. I thought it was an interesting game. So,
Of course you did.
we're going. I despise the Giants right now, so let's not make this a bias thing. They are a dreadful watch. They make me depressed, okay? I just genuinely thought there was some meat on the bone. All right, here we go. Tampa Bay at New York. I'll make the first pick, and with the first pick in Tampa Bay versus New York, I have to go with Mike Evans.
Wow.
He's back. He's back.
So now you go out there and you take wide receiver, which you
right.
should not have done.
No, I didn't.
What happens when you bring in Tommy Cutlets, right?
Yeah.
They're not just going to hand over the keys to the car and let him just throw all over the field. You want to know why?
No.
Because you got a very capable running back
Yes,
in
you do.
Mr. Tyrone Tracy Jr.
I know, I'm aware.
Tyrone Tracy Jr. is going to run all over the Meadowlands.
Okay.
He's going to run all over this Tampa Bay defense.
Yeah.
I'm talking about he might run for 200.
Oh, wow.
He might run for 200 and 3 tutties.
Oh, wow.
I might not even need to make my other two
That's
picks.
bold.
Tyrone,
All right, so Tyrone
TTJ.
TTJ. I love Tyrone. But I mean, I just don't feel like the Giants are going to score that much, and I think the Bucks will.
This is their showing out party right here.
Yeah, so with pick 2, thanks. I'm going to go with it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
You almost committed,
I almost committed.
but then you thought,
I thought about it. I'm going to go with Bucky Irvin.
wow.
Yeah.
I
Give me
can't-
Bucky.
I can't believe you're going there. I can't believe there's gonna be one guy and one guy only that catches passes from Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be Malik.
Yeah, I've seen Tommy play.
So have I. Tommy's the savior.
And Tommy's terrible.
Tommy, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get thumped by Tyrone Tracy, and then guess what? Malik Neighbors, 55 yards downfield, waving to Tommy Cutlets, hey, I'm open.
Right.
Tommy Cutlets is gonna throw it 85 yards, and Malik's gonna have to run it down, obviously.
Yeah.
But Malik's gonna benefit.
He's good at tracking. All right, good one. All right, so I'm coming right back. I'm staying on the Buck side of the ball. I'm taking Cade Otton.
For a Giants fan, this felt like you really have a vendetta.
No, maybe I just know my team.
It's ridiculous. You went 3 straight Bucks.
They are where the money
I'm
is.
surprised you didn't go Chris Godwin, to be quite
I
honest
could've.
with you,
If I had a 4th pick.
knowing that he's out for the season, the way you're picking against your team.
It is what it is, man.
So
I'm
guess,
a realist.
I guess that leaves me. He's still the main guy there. I like the way Bucky Irvin runs, but Rashad White is still the guy.
Yeah, but
I'm going Rashad White.
we'll see who
He
wins
still
that
gets
battle.
he still gets his touches.
Yeah, I feel like Bucky's just a better player. All right, so Tampa Bay and New York. Glad we hashed that out. Now we got the New England Patriots.
That feel good? That feel cathartic?
Yeah,
to
a little
you?
bit. New look, New England Patriots at the resurgent Miami Dolphins, who are probably going to be testing for a playoff spot here if they keep moving on this way.
Yeah.
All right, so no Drake May, no Tua Tagovailoa. It is your turn, your pick. Who do you got?
There's only one pick. It's Devin Achan
Okay, Devin Achan.
for the win.
Devin Achan for the win. I'm going to Cheetah. I'm taking Tariq Hill right here.
You can have Tariq.
I'm going to have him. I'll have all of them.
You do. You're all over.
Tariq Hill, Tua starting to cook up again. They look like themselves this past week. I had them both on one lineup, and that was fun to do. It's always nice when you get those little stacks and they pay off.
You know who's looking forward to this game?
Who?
In electric Miami this weekend?
Who?
That's Ramondre Stevenson. You want to know why?
Why?
He's going to run all over Miami.
He's going to run all
He's going to run. I tell you what, he
Fair.
may, by the time he's done running
Really?
his train on Miami,
Wow.
he is definitely going to contend with Cheetah for a number of baby mamas knocked up this weekend.
That's crazy.
Give me Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay, Ramondre Stevenson. That's a guy.
That is a guy.
All right, so you're going Ramondre. I mean, I'm I might go against the grain here, man. Just want to look over.
You gonna take Jonnu against his former team? Jonnu, who absolutely balled out this past weekend.
I'm going to go Jonnu. I mean, we're talking about since his bye week, we're looking at 15, 18. We're looking at 25 targets. No, we're looking at more than that. Wow. I count that. We're looking at 25 catches. We're looking at 19, 27, 31 targets in the past 5 weeks, 3 touchdowns. The last 3, I mean, it's been pretty consistent even before the bye. Last time he played New England, 8 targets, 5 receptions for 60 yards.
Yeah.
Didn't hit pay dirt. Yeah, give me Jonnu as the second pass catcher here.
I tell you what, this game, just like the first one, showcases another very disappointing wide receiver too in Jalen Waddle. I don't know what is going on with Jalen Waddle this year. I don't know what's going on with this with the play calling that's not getting the ball in his hands. I am avoiding him here to the tune of, you might think, hey, is he going to go Hunter Henry if he doesn't go Jalen Waddle? I'm not. You know what they love in Miami?
Titties.
They love their beaches. They do love their titties. You know what else they love?
What?
Other than titties, they love their booty.
Okay.
And New England's bringing their own. So, Mr. Kayvon Booty,
That's right.
who has become one of Drake May's favorite targets aside Demario Douglas. I think this is Booty's week. I've watched a couple of games. I've been hoping that this guy a couple years ago was going to be the surefire number 1 receiver coming out of the draft. And then for whatever, I think he ended up sitting or he was hurt. Something happened.
Yeah, I think he sat.
He sat an entire season and then dropped. I think it was during one of the COVID years. I think he decided to sit the entire season.
Yeah.
And then obviously not being on the field, everyone thought his skills diminished. Well, now you're seeing the work ethic that he had, and he's returning to form.
Yeah.
I've been watching the games. This guy gets open, and he gets open where it counts, which is the middle of the field. And he's a big target. He is a red zone threat. I love the way this guy's been trending this year. He was one of my waiver wire ads back in, I think, like week 6, week 7. I started adding him once I saw that he was hitting the field. He's in like 80% of plays. I mean, he's on the field. Give me Booty. They love their Booty in Miami.
Can't argue with that. To your point, Jalen Waddle has been just downright bad. 2 targets, 6 targets, 2 targets, 6 targets, 3 targets. Since the bye week, it has not looked good for him. He has a game with -4 yards receiving. Hasn't hit 60 yards since week 1.
You're talking about a guy that hit double-digit targets every game last year.
Yeah, this is out of nowhere. I mean, look, Tua week 1, he had 5 targets, 5 receptions. We know what happened after that. It's kind of stayed the same, though. I mean, Tua's come back. It's looked worse. So, yeah, don't love it for Jalen Waddle. Sad story. And that is Fantasy Primetime. That's a good story. That's a fun story. But after Fantasy Primetime, we're moving to Single Digit Saloon.
You don't pick your third player first?
I thought I picked my third player. Oh, shit. See? I thought I picked my third player. You sure I didn't?
You got Hill and you got Smith. You just talked about Waddle, but didn't take him. So that means you can go.
Okay, yeah, I know where I could go.
Hunter Henry, Demario Douglas, Austin Hooper.
Yeah, let me double up at the tight end. I'm going Hunter Henry, who's another guy that just the targets are there. I gotta trust the targeting.
He is a guy.
We got there were over 30 targets the last 5 weeks for a tight end. I can't ask for much more. Demario Douglas, while he might be one of May's favorite targets, he hasn't been super consistent.
He is not.
So yeah, I'll stick with Henry. Give me Henry. Let him get in the end zone for me. That'll be great. And now
you can transition.
Now we'll move to Single Digit Saloon. All right, so it's week 12, Single Digit Saloon. Me and Mark are here. We're going to pick one fantasy stud. We're going to say, hey, this guy is not scoring double digits. Last week, who did you highlight?
James Cook.
James Cook. Okay, that's probably didn't work out. Do you remember who I picked? I should have that here, right? Probably should have that. James Cook. I'm gonna pull him up. But where's James Cook? I must have passed him up because he's not here.
Oh man, what is going on with yeah, never mind. I was thinking that this was James Cook. So to put it in Rocky terms, man, I would have hit the nail on the head if he didn't score. And he scored twice. But aside from that, James Cook looked rather pedestrian in that game. But again, he did find pay dirt, not once, but twice. I was completely wrong. He ran roughshod over Kansas City and put a loss in the column there.
Just about 20 points for James Cook in PPR formats.
Yeah.
I'm trying like hell to remember who I had. Do you remember?
Dude, I can't remember what I just
You don't remember any?
Here.
Oh, I had Najee Harris. Let's see how that turned out.
I think that actually turned out probably pretty good, but that also, yeah, that's right, because I made fun of you for picking a slam dunk.
It wasn't, though, because he was in double digits a few weeks. I mean, I'm on a roll. I'm on 3 weeks in a roll here, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I would, too, if I picked, backup running backs.
Jaden Daniels the week before. Najee Harris not a backup running back. Why are you tearing me down? You're supposed to be building me up.
I am building you up.
I'm your teammate.
That was me building you up. That's saying that's a great looking at it.
No.
Bench players. Fantastic.
He's definitely a starting player, starting running back.
That's like saying I predict Ray Rice has 0 carries this weekend.
That is a lie.
You think Ray Rice is going to get touches?
No, I'm talking about Najee.
You going to get touches?
19 points, 16, 15.
Touches in the elevator.
No, he did break 10 points. He had 11.3.
Oh, man. Suck butt. You were wrong.
A lot closer than you. All right, so who you got this week, man?
This week, pains me to say.
Did you have somebody?
It does pain me to say.
Oh, no, it's going to be your guy.
But I am hoping.
You're wrong?
That I'm wrong. I'm actually trying to manifest since I've been so completely wrong the last few weeks.
You have your crystals?
I need this guy to show out because I need some points in some of my leagues to make my playoffs. DeAndre Swift is going to visit.
That's a guy.
The single-digit saloon against that Minnesota vaunted front line. If it wasn't for that long touchdown run this past weekend, Swift would have been bottled up against Green Bay. But he did have that one long, illustrious, beautiful run in a game that they should have won. But this week, I don't foresee him ripping off a long run against this mini defense. Unfortunately for DeAndre Swift, I think he's going to be drinking in the single-digit saloon.
That's tough. You're a brave man calling out your own soldier like that. Okay, so listen, I had Tyreek Hill, Jaden Daniels. You said I bitched out and picked Najee. You're not going to say it for Puka Nacua, right? Because Puka Nacua is going to the single-digit saloon. And I know it sounds crazy coming off the touchdown and the best game of his season, but I'm gonna highlight something here. And I hate to because I hate the team they're playing. I'm hoping. I'd rather be wrong. I hope they just blow him out of the friggin' stadium.
You know what's going to happen is Matthew Stafford is having Thanksgiving this week because he's carving up a bird.
So here we go. Right now, in the NFL, passing defense-wise, passing yardage-wise, Philadelphia is number 2 in the league. They're giving up 120. Listen to me.
I don't care. They faced Daniel Jones. They faced Jaden Daniels. They faced Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush. Come on. Let's hear who they faced. Tell me who they faced.
You tell me who they faced.
You tell me. You got it up.
I'm in the middle of talking.
Go ahead.
Your stupid mouth. Shut your stupid whore mouth while I'm talking. I let you run your stupid mouth, okay?
It's true.
Now listen. 125 yards in the air over the last 3 games. Okay? I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive. But the main reason they have a great cornerback that they drafted this year that I wish the Giants would have drafted. Quinyon Mitchell. Okay? Quinyon Mitchell. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, Quinyon Mitchell. I'm going to name some names that he's matched up against this year, okay? Christian Watson. Right? That's nobody.
Terrible.
Opening night, 1 catch, 6 yards, whatever. He doesn't do anything except this week he probably did. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, the one that he had on the carpet that they ruled the catch. Yeah, I saw that
one. Drake London, 1 catch, 5 yards.
No, still not impressed.
Rashid Shaheed, 0 catches, 0 yards.
Now I'm super impressed.
Mike Evans, 2 catches, 19 yards.
The game he was banged up.
Amari Cooper, 1 catch, 10 yards.
Yeah, Mark, you're naming some real studs here.
Oh, so Amari Cooper's not a stud.
Amari Cooper's like 45 and has been dealing with a wrist
Cooper
injury.
is 31 and he didn't have a wrist injury in this game. Malik Neighbors, 1 catch, 9 yards. Jamar Chase, 2 catches, 16 yards. Scary Terry, 0 catches, 0 yards. Okay? He's going to follow Puka Nacua around. Now, are they going to target Nacua? Yeah.
Yeah. Nakua's
He's going to lock him up. He's strapping him up. Listen, Puka Nacua, great game. 2 weeks ago at Seattle, 1.6 fantasy points. He can be controlled. Quinyon Mitchell has done it all season. I don't expect any different. I think that Puka Nacua, while you probably do have to start him if he is on your team.
So you're saying he's going to exit this game with a concussion?
No, I'm saying single digit saloon. That's what I'm saying. All right, well, that's Single Digit Saloon. Very heated, very intense back and forth there. If you like that, if you like the show, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're posting new content. Go to all our socials, specifically TikTok at GON Podcast. The clips are up there. You can comment. A lot of conversation in the comments, especially when Mark says the Jets are going to make the playoffs. So stupid, and people really killed him for that.
Still going to.
Yeah, get in there. Join the fight and go to our Patreon if you want our week-to-week positional rankings, Mark's best picks sometimes, and my best bets. We love you. Peace.